Hey, you guys. I'm so sorry that I had you guys waiting. I was trying to sit up to make sure that I was up on the live stream and that I can, hear and see myself and all that good stuff. So I gotta stop entering the chat, like coming in like a minute in. People gonna like click off. But anywho, it's a learning curve, so we're learning, we're learning. So, if any of you follow me on Facebook, you guys will know that a few weeks ago I went out of town and I boarded my dog at this boarding facility. So today's video is pretty much about my experience with the boarding facility. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy. Like one of the things when, I became a YouTuber, you kind of want to leave some things personal and you don't want to put everything out there. But at the same time, I do, you know, look for information and try to, see, okay, um what can I find about, if I have a question about something, I basically look it up as far as like businesses and things of that sort. We all do, right? And it's because of the people who talk about their experiences and what's going on is how we know about it. And again, a few weeks ago, I went out of town. I left my dog to a boarding facility, and it was not a good experience, you guys. It was not a good experience at all. I was not happy about the experience. And I am a fur mother. I'm a fur mommy, and I love my pet. I had my pet for 14 years. So she's a part of my family. She's a part of who I am, my identity. And I take that very seriously if I feel that my dog was not treated a certain way. I take it very seriously. And I had that bad experience. I called the people before I wrote a review about it to give them a chance because I really don't like, putting out bad news for real or like, because I mean, since I've been here and been doing Hey DFW, I definitely been pissed off and done wrong by, certain businesses and things of that sort. But I try to withhold that information and handle it a way that I would handle it if I don't have, a platform and things of that sort. And as a person who does business myself, I want to also be like, okay, let me make sure that I'm giving this person a fair chance. Okay. So anywho, let me we've been on for 4 minutes now. I'm just gonna do just a real jump in and jump off. Let me go to my Facebook page and I'm gonna read to you what happened at the boarding facility because I don't want, anything to deter from what's on the page. So let me share. All right. So here's my Facebook page. And this is the content. All right. My dog was neglected in an Arlington boarding facility. Well, one thing about starting this blog to review places in the DFW Metroplex is that sometimes it comes with bad reviews. Although I try to withhold bad reviews because I really hate conflict and drama behind it. I should put it, y'all. It's my goal to discuss my experiences living in Texas. I have to stay true to that. This was in July 23rd, so this is dating back. About 2 weeks ago, I went out of town to visit a friend, and I boarded my dog at Puppy Love, located at basically it's in Arlington. And when I dropped her off, I left feeding instructions for her food, instructions for her bedding due to her being a geriatric dog, and instructions to allow her to sleep with a worn shirt of mine so she will not have anxiety. I also requested that she is groomed and bathed before I pick her up to return home on the day I come to get her. While I was out of town, I called once a day to check on my fur baby to make sure she is safe and adjusting to my absence. I left on Friday and returned on Monday evening. The facility was closed, so I was unable to pick her up. So I picked her up the following business day, which was that Tuesday. I called and I spoke with a staff member and I stated that I will be there the next day due to the flight delay. So I called when I was leaving my where I was, to say, hey, I'm not gonna make it on time. Puppy Love opens at 8 a.m. So to give them some time to open, I came around 8:15ish. It took them almost 20 minutes, so about 15 to 20 minutes, to bring my dog to me, which made me feel like something was wrong. When I finally saw my dog, she had heavy mucus in her eyes, the green kind, you guys, and dried, crusted fur from where her eyes were not cleaned. My dog is white, by the way, so it's very visible. Her bed was soiled and reeked of urine, and the t-shirt I left her was dry and in good condition, which meant they never removed it from the bag. I was in a rush to get to work, so I paid and took her to the car and expected her to make sure she was okay. I went back into the facility and asked for a paper towel to wipe the mucus from her eyes. I dropped off her home and it looked like she was dingy and did not have a bath. They usually do a good job with grooming, but this time they dropped the ball. I had to give my dog a bath myself. Another reason why I do not think she was bathed was the crust under her eyes. Being that her eyes were leaking heavy mucus, they did not even bother to wipe her eyes before they returned her to me. Her bark was also very raspy. I called the facility and I asked, could I speak to a manager regarding my dog's boarding? The staff member told me that the manager is in and out and she did not know when she would be back in. So I called again and I was told the same thing. This time I left my name, my dog's name, and phone number for her to call. Still no call. I called again and left the same message. Still no call. It saddens me to know that I trusted Puppy Love in Arlington with my fur baby, and she was returned to me in that manner. When I tried to report it to a manager / business owner, they don't even care enough about their business or customers to address the concerns. When I went online, I saw other reviews, recent, that other clients made against Puppy Love as well, and none of the complaints were even addressed. Even though I'm sad and heartbroken that my fur baby was not cared for properly, I hope that when Puppy Love reads this, they work to improve their services and care for animals. This whole situation has given me anxiety. And the resources where I pulled it from was Yelp. So if it allows me to, yes, stay on the page. Why won't? Yes, because I was trying to do. So I see right now, I won't. I just had it from like the guest view. Um, So let's click on it again. Let's see. Hold on. Let me stop sharing screen and get it where it needs to be. Okay. Just 1 second. And okay. All right. So now I can go back and share screen. So here we go. This is my dog. So as you can see, this is her when she was cleaned and were cleaned, and you could definitely tell by her being white, you could definitely see when there's like the dark marks under her eyes and stuff like that. And she's a little dog, she's 14, So here's one. This was in December of 2019 from somebody in Grand Prairie, and I just took screenshots of this from Yelp, and I covered up the people's names, but their reviews are still on Yelp, so you can go to Yelp and see. And I'm not gonna read the full thing, but here's one. PSA: never take y'all pets to Puppy Love Pet Grooming in Arlington. And then they just did Ed Puppy Love Pet Groom. I took my baby to get his regular grooming, except for this time he didn't need an overall trim. Just his face, paws, and tail. Prior to coming in, Louis' hair was just around his butt and had some boo-boo tangle in it. And it reminds you he's a Shih Tzu puppy and his hair can grow very long. But I keep him groomed and fresh on a regular basis. I was told the pups blank, I guess bowels or your movement can be taken out during shampoo. Apparently they couldn't. They used a razor to remove the hair from the butt along with his skin. Oh my gosh. Not only was Louis severely razor burn on his bottom, but he was severely razor burn on his balls as well. Picking him up, I immediately knew it was a rash and I needed to go up pick up medicine. Had I not seen the rash, drop him off. Had I hadn't seen any rash dropping him off, and now it was pus and cuts. The vet explained to me that his I guess I don't know how YouTube, I don't want to be blocked. Be like basketballs were more burnt and cut than his bottom area. I immediately went back and asked Puppy Love to accommodate me with a refund, seeing that Louis had to get medical attention. They are not taking responsibility for anything they have done. The manager, Marie, even tried to scare me via text after I told her the situation over the phone. Shaking my head, you can never silence me or the truth. I am hurt and disappointed. I bring him on a regular basis and I always spend my money. So it's not about the money, it's how I was taken care of and treated as a regular customer. So that's pretty much kind of my experience, but minus that. Here's another one. This was in 2021. This place, she said this, but this place gave my dog a severe ear infection in which I had to spend $450 at the emergency vet. I haven't been back and won't go back. Also, they don't require shot records, which is scary. Here's one in April of this year. I had been taking my dog here for a couple of years, and I had always been happy with the results. The last time I took him, both of his ears got cut, and I was not told anything. They started scabbing up and kept getting worse. I had to take him to the vet where they told me they had put antibiotic cream on his ears, which caused the thick scabbing on his ears. I called the groomer and asked for the manager and was told they weren't there. I called the next day and was told they don't really have a manager and that she would talk to someone and have them call me. And I never heard anything again. This groomer lost my complete trust and I would never go there again. Another one, 5/15/2021. I'm so disappointed after 5+ years. I think it's time to find a new groomer. My last 2 encounters were not up to satisfactory standards. On 2/13, I requested a low cut on the body and clean face. Well, the hair was not blended. He put pics provided. And today I asked for the same cut I normally get. Well, after expressing to the attendant that the cut was not to my liking, she offered $5. No manager on site. Apparently, new groomers that are not fully skilled. Let me make sure I read that right. No manager on site, and apparently new groomers that are not fully skilled. So that was that person. And I'm probably not going to read this last. I'm just going to kind of skate over this one. But this one was May of this year. Bought my dog in for a bath. Dog was shaved or was already shaved. His line haircut then looked like he got a chili bowl haircut. I came, picked up my dog, paid, and tipped without them informing me about the haircut. I saw my dog and was very upset. They promised me next bath was free. Fast forward a month, I called to book his bath and asked them if it's still free. Girl who works in the front desk told me it is, and we scheduled a bath. We dropped the dog off. The same girl who told me the bath next time was free tells me that she talked to Carlos, the owner, and he said it's been over 3 weeks and that's their policy, so it's no longer free. So pretty much that's it. I guess let's see if there's anything else. But these are basically just the complaints, you guys. So And this is a combination of what I've been through. And I think, somebody who worked in retail, somebody who's worked in customer service, one thing people want to know is customer service is you just want to know, you just want to be heard. You just want to be heard out. You're frustrated. You want to get your concerns out. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So here we are. And I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. My story is kind of similar to everybody else's stories, but the same thing. Hold on, y'all. Let me get something to drink. Like this talking got me. Okay. So, I called. Long story short, I called. I called about 4 times. Same explanation. We don't know when she's gonna be in. I said, okay, like I said on the information there, on my social media post, well, can I leave a message? Well, yes, you can. So I left that a couple times and that's it. So the last time I called, because I was like, you know what? Nobody's ever called me. Why hasn't anybody called me? The girl was like, she don't know. Can you imagine having your own business? You're trying to have generational wealth for your family. You're going to work. You have the flexibility and freedom to do that and make more money for yourself. And your employee tells a customer, a paying customer, that they don't know when you're going to be in. They don't know why you haven't returned a call about your dog, a living creature. They don't know. They don't know why they can't get back with you. Can you imagine that? And to me, that says more about the business owner than it does the employee, because employees, they're not really obligated to care. Really. I mean, you want them to, but at the end of the day, they can leave you just like employers can leave us. So can so to me, she was fine with that. So I bathed my dog a couple times by herself. I'm not good at it. She said she's a poodle. She could get, mad at really easily. Let me stop sharing the screen. I get mad when I see y'all. I get mad when I even see her picture. I didn't even want to put the picture up there because I was like, I don't want my dog out there like that. But it's just, I had to put a picture to the to the story. I had to put a face to the story. So, anyways, I was like, okay, it's been basically now about 3 weeks, because that was like July 23rd. About 3 weeks, and going on 4 weeks. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna stop by there. So I pull up and I get out. I said, hey, and I was very nice. Of course, you don't go with, places that are crazy. So I'm very nice, very professional. I said, hey, I called, I expressed some concerns about my dog's boarding here, and nobody called me back, and I called 4 times. I want to know, why didn't anyone call me? So it was pretty much the manager / owner, maybe, that was at the desk. And she was like, well, I didn't know anything about it. I don't know, and she starts going on into this tangent that, well, not tangent. She just started going on, saying that, her grandkids are learning how to drive and she had to move, help somebody move. Listen, we all got lives. We all have things to do. I really don't care about all that. I want to know why my dog was not in good condition. But of course, I didn't tell her that. But I felt like at that point, you were gonna basically make excuses. So I was like, okay, I understand. I understand. I said, but I need to know what happened with my dog. So I basically reiterated what, I wrote there about the mucus being in her eyes, about her, bed reeking of urine, and I asked for her a bath. Because one thing I do is when I get my dog boarded, I always ask for a bath and a groom before I take them home. Because we all know how dogs smell when they come out of boarding facility. I want them to feel fresh and great and happy, and come home and relax or whatnot. So, and I just don't feel like she was cared for properly, and so she was like, well, I'm gonna, what I'll do is I'm gonna give everybody a call, so she looked at the transaction, she took a picture of it. She said, I'm gonna give everybody a call, and I'm going to, find out what happened, and I give you a call in about 2 weeks. I said, okay, thank you very much. And we gave her my number again, and that's things of that sort. So of course I was a little bit irritated because it's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks? You're gonna make me wait another additional 2 weeks, But okay, whatever. So I had to drink some more. I'm juicing, y'all. Like, not like full juicing, but I made some juice. This is spinach, nectarines, and green apple. So it's not, and it's coconut water. So it's not really. It's actually, it's kind of like sweet and sour. It's not like really sugary, but I will say, drinking it doesn't leave like a dry taste in my mouth. Like, I'm not hungry, and I feel I guess kind of sort of rejuvenated, you know what I'm saying? So sorry about that tangent, but as I'm talking, my mouth is continuing to get dry. So I'm drinking my juice. So I may as well let y'all know what I'm drinking. So anyway, so thank goodness, she does not wait the full 2 weeks. So she calls me a few days later. And here's what kind of irked me a little bit. So she said she talked to her staff member, and she's like, I talked to her. She told me that she offered to wash the bed for you. She just didn't have time. I said, well, I was already there to pick up my dog. She told me that she did not have time to wash it. And I told her that was okay because I was there. I said, I was also in a rush to get my dog home because I had to go to work. So I get home, they put the bed in a trash bag, and I said the bed reeked of urine, which meant that it was there. It was more than one accident. It was bad. I had to throw the bed away. I bought my baby a new bed, and I said, and also her eyes had mucus in it. And she was like, well, she's a small dog. She's a poodle. They get that little crust in their eyes sometimes. And this is another thing that annoyed me. I have a dog. I live with her every single day. I understand that they're going to get crust in their eyes. My thing is, when she's behind your counter and she comes back to me with crust under her eyes, y'all didn't take the time to wipe it off. You didn't clean her. I asked for her to be clean. You can't just say, oh, okay, well, we're just gonna let her sit here looking like this. Even if I didn't ask for the grooming and pay for one of the grooming, you still shouldn't have not had her come looking distressed. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. I said, I understand that, but this was green mucus. It was slimy. I had to, get like an additional tissue. I said, so regardless of what her nature is and how things work on my dog's body, when I left her there, she should have returned back to me looking like that. I've taken her to grooming to you guys for almost 2 years now. She's always looked proper, fresh, and nice. So why does she not look like that this time? She because nothing was done. And so she was like, well, okay, well, what we'll do, so we can go ahead. I told you I was going to call you back. And I told you I was going to address this. So what we'll do is we'll give her a free bath. Would that be satisfactory? And honestly, you know how you kind of get so mad and you're so frustrated, you don't know what you want. I would prefer just have my money back from grooming, honestly. I mean, from boarding. But I said, and I agreed. I said, okay. And she said, but you have 2 weeks. You can't wait a month and then call back. And I said, that's understandable. Even though she waited a whole month to call me. Even though you took your time calling me back about my dog looking crazy. Now you want to put stipulations on stuff. But okay. And she said, so if you do get a groom, I said I actually had to go get her groom somewhere else. And I did. I had to go get her groom somewhere else, you guys. It took a minute because of course I was calling places and kind of just, looking around to see what can, that's, I can get her in. And she was shaking so bad. She was shaking so bad. And she was mad at, so it cost me $70. $70. To get her groom, because she doesn't let me blow dry her, she takes off and run. And when I did take her to a self-washing facility, she still runs. Like she has a little chain on her, but she hates the little vacuum cleaner. And I don't like to see my dog get any type of distress, so I just stop and dry off. And it got mad. She got mad. So I had to take her somewhere else to get her cared for. So she's got all her hair cut down. And now she looks good and healthy and clean again, like her mommy wants her to be. But yeah, so back to that. So she was like, well, if you pay for a groom, we'll just take the bath off, but it'll be a free bath. So I said, okay. So she gave me a time frame. I said, I'll call you back and let you know. And y'all, I really don't even know if I want to do it, because I don't want my dog to be mistreated. And you don't want to say someone's going to do that. And then again, it's like I feel some type of way because I shouldn't have had to call you 4 times and then pop up so you'll acknowledge me. You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of feel like, and everybody's not going to do everything and how you want them to do it, and run their business how you think they should. But I do believe if a customer calls you and say, hey, I have concerns, because when people complain, everybody don't choose to complain. I'm gonna give it an 80-20. You're gonna have about 20% of society that's just gonna complain just to complain. But the other 80%, like, they kind of chill. They just want their service and they want to go home. So I kind of felt like I'm the 80%. I just want this done. And we done. I'm not going to complain about something unless I see a valid reason to complain. And I just kind of felt, it just kind of disappointed me that, being that this wasn't like a shirt at the dry cleaners, this is a dog, this is a living animal, and she's mine. And I just really took it personally that she took so long to call me back. Then basically like trying to educate me on dog eye crust after me having a 14-year-old dog that I'm very aware I clean out her eyes every single day. And I just think she should have said, okay, I heard your concerns. We're terribly sorry about that. I'm so sorry that I didn't acknowledge something, take some accountability somewhere. And then when I saw the other complaints compared with that, I was like, okay, they really just kind of doing it, so. And that's why I kind of screenshotted the complaints and put them up there, because to let people know, hey, like, this is kind of a habit. But anyway, I just want to get on here and just kind of follow up with what happened. I did not feel like typing that up because it's so stressful and proofreading and trying not to make any errors and stuff. So I wanted to get online and talk about it, and I did. So that's it. That's it, you guys. That was my bad experience, and I've had several bad experiences. But of course, when it comes to PC, all bets are off, y'all. All bets are off. So and that's it. So hopefully it'll be they'll improve their customer service in the near future, and do right. And at least call the people. At least call the people, return the calls, and hear out customers' concerns. If they can do that, I think a lot of the heartache will be out of the way. So, all right, you guys, y'all have a good day. I wish I knew how to have some lead out music, but I don't even feel like doing that. Y'all have a good day. Have a good night. I hope you guys have a happy Monday. And enjoy. So see you later. Bye-bye.